Okay boys and girls, today I'm going to show you how you're going to draw your dog. So we're going to do a dog's face and part of the shoulders. So I'm just going to put that to the side. You're going to get a clean piece of white paper and have it go in landscape. And I would suggest using a pencil, and then if you want to use a Sharpie to go over it, but it's not necessary. But I am going to draw with a Sharpie today so you can see it clearly. The very first thing that I suggest you do is actually tilt your paper to the side, because the dog's head is going off to the side. So if you try and draw it face on, you'll end up with the face being straight rather than curled. I'm going to draw the nose first. You're going to get a variety of handouts, or you can create your own. Now we have two little puppies in our house. One's little Rosie, which you've met before, and we've got a new little doggy recently, Poppy. So this is our inspiration today. I'm going to draw a little nose first. So it's a triangle with curled edges to it and little nostrils. Okay. Then the next thing I would like to do is to draw from the bottom of the nose, which is here, and I'm going to draw a line that curls all the way up, not too far, to there. All right, bring it across a little bit and do the same here, bring it round like that. Okay, and then the doggy's mouth, two lines shaped like a rainbow. There we are. Now our dog is actually splashing in water, so I'm gonna have the eyes shut like that. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is enclose this now, so we've got a solid head. So I'm just going to take it from the edge of the jowl here. I'm going to bring it up, bring it round, and so I can see I'm going to bring it up, and bring it round like that. Okay? Now, because the dog is moving his or her head, we're going to have the ears. So the ears are going to be going, one's going down this way and the other one's going that way, and so we're creating that form of movement. So I know I've got the line here, but I want to bring the ear and bring it like that. Now you can see I've got this line here, but that doesn't worry me because I know I'm going to be painting over that. And then I'm going to bring the ear, so it's coming off the head of the dog, and bring the ear around like that and bring it back like that. So I've got those two shapes. And then, just so that I can have, I'm just going to give some tufty eyebrows like that. All right. Now I can actually start fluffing the hair up a little bit if I wanted to, which I'm going to. So you can see. And then the dog's shoulders. So I've got floppy ears, and I'm just going to curl and bring those down like that. Okay? So it's your turn, boys and girls, and when I straighten it up, now you can see the movement that I've got there. Now when it comes to painting, we're actually using liquid tempera paint. So I've put out the desired colours that I want to use, some white and some red, because I'd like to do the little tongue and maybe a little bit of pink inside the ears as well. And what we're going to do now is called double loading. So what you're going to do is you're going to dip your paintbrush into the colour and then add white to it to add dimension. And I'm going to start off with, I'm actually going to do this colour first, and then I'm going to dip it into the white. And then we're not smoothing the paint over the coat. What we're going to do is actually a dabbing technique, because if you smooth it, then you end up making the paint just one flat colour again. And we're going to, don't worry about going off over the edges, and dab. And what you can see, and just keep doing it, is different tints and shades with these two colours. And you get a really beautiful painting technique. And you just keep doing that and filling the dog's furry coat in. I'm going to start off with the main part of his coat, like that. And I'll just bring it up so you can see the painted technique there. And I can continue doing that. The reason why I put some black out was that I wanted to add some more dimension to it. So if I show you here, especially where the folds around his neck and face, so I can add a little bit of shadow in and value, or I can just keep it by adding different colours, because you know fur on dogs can be all different shades. So I'm going to keep doing that until you see what it looks like when it's finished. Then we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to go over the lines that we drew with the black oil pastel. Now I want to differentiate just ever so slightly the nose, so this is where I will actually bring a blended brush and do this. Okay, so I can just show, but again you can do the dabbing double technique. I'm going to do this, and you can also see as well that I've actually added a little bit of highlights of light and dark to show the difference of where the ears are to the head, shape of the head as well. I'm just going to do that, and I'm just going to do a lighter colour. Now you can use your tray to actually blend some colours. So I'm just going to do this. Now don't worry that you've gone over your lines, because as I said earlier, when you go back to this and it's completely dry, you're going to trace over it with an oil pastel and pull those lines out again. Into double loading with a wet brush, get a little towel or something and take the moisture out of the bristles, and then take a little bit of red, not a lot, tiny dot, you don't need a lot because red's really powerful, little bit of white, and create a pink. I'm going to make it a very soft pink. Don't need much, you can see how much I'm doing, and that's more than enough. And actually if you want to, you could share it with your shoulder partner too. And I'm just going to do this little tongue. Okay, and I'm going to set my painting to dry. Now, just so I can remember where his eyes are, now I'm just going to do this and this, and then I'm going to go over that again with oil pastel anyway. And again, the little nostrils as well, I could do that too. There we are. Set it on the drying rack, and then we'll finish off our dog when he's dry. And this is Poppy. Woof woof! Say hi, Poppy. Say hi. We just did your portrait for you. Not interested. All right. Now that the dog is completely dry, now we're ready to use a black oil pastel and trace over the lines that we drew initially. So you remember the lines that I drew? I began here for the nose, curled it round, okay? And round here for the dog's jowls. Now we're going to do the water splattering. So we've got some blue and we've got some white, and when you splatter, the tempera paint needs to be watered down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of blue, a little bit of white, and I'm going to add some water just by dripping some water into it so it's a little bit runny. Now I'm going to do the same, like make another blue, that one's slightly darker, and I'm making this one with a lot of white paler. Alright, so I've got variations in the blues because I don't just want to have one flat colour. Okay, now you can see how they're all liquidy. Now probably the best thing to do to make sure that you know that it will splatter is actually to give it a shake. So dip it in, give it a little shake on your tray, and if it's not splattering enough, just add a little bit more water to it and then splatter. Now you can see I'm getting some droplets there. Alright, so that's what we're looking for. Now how you do that is hold the paintbrush over the paper and use your finger and tap. See what I'm getting? Tap. Use the different colours, blues that you've created. Tap, and it's fine if you get some splashes on your dog, okay? But you don't want like big blobs. You don't want to get it onto parts of the dog like his facial features and lose, you know, the essence of his portrait. And if you want, here's another thing that you can do, because he's moving or she's moving, you can actually do a little bit with your finger and do some dots, but make it that it curls around the way the dog's moving, okay? And there, boys and girls, is your splattered dog painting. Now it's your turn. Let's go make some art.